Greetings, traveler from the City of Wizards. It is always good to see someone from your world visit here in Mooshu. So you want to see the Emperor, Wizard? I have already said too much. No one may see His Imperial Majesty without permission from His Majesty's guard. However, I can save you some time. Go speak to the guard Noboru Akitami by the Jade Palace. If anyone can help you, he can.
Su Li sent you?
Noboru Akitami stares at you for a moment.
Very well, esteemed wizard. We are honored that you traveled so far to visit Mooshu. You seek His Majesty the Emperor, but another wizard such as you has already come before using the same beguiling words. Malastair was his name. Since that unfortunate visit, no one may see His Imperial Majesty. We will make an exception only if you willingly submit to the tests of mind, body, and spirit. I must warn you that no one has ever passed all 3 tests, except for His Imperial Majesty himself. If you accept, Lopang will administer the first test by the Rock Garden.
Greetings. I confess that I'm surprised Noboru Akitami sent you. I have never administered the test of mind to anyone other than a monk. Welcome to the Rock Garden, esteemed wizard. I see you are anxious to pursue your quest. However, there are many evils loose in the spiral, and the one you seek to battle is but one of them. Still, to be as the Muda is to be at peace and pure of mind. I hope that the Rock Garden will lead you to peace as it has for me. Go now, enter and clear your mind. Afterwards, go inside the dojo and see what wisdom you can learn there. Come to me when you are finished with your journey. I will be able to tell if you are truly pure of mind.
You study the rocks and the patterns in the sand and see the manifestation of inner peace and strength. Thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared.
Yes, you have learned much. You are on the path to the Muda. Remember to keep this inner peace within you, always. Return to the Emperor God Noboru Akitami with my best wishes.
Lo Peng says that you passed his test. I am now satisfied that you are pure of mind. I expect a wizard can easily pass the test of mind. But what about the test of body? For your second test, challenge Samurai Yoshimotoyo to a duel and defeat him with honor. He awaits you by the water dojo.
You wish to battle me? I would be honored. I've never faced a wizard. Let us prepare and meet again inside the dojo.
Impressive. It was an honor to fight you.
You walk like a victor. If you defeated Yoshimotoyo, you are indeed a formidable opponent. You must be a powerful wizard to pass the test of body, but your training can't help you pass the final test. One's true spirit cannot be disguised. Many would rather run than face the judgment of the Muda. If you are truly pure of spirit, visit the statue of the Muda at the center of the palace grounds and let your true spirit shine.
You stand before the statue of the Muda, and it suddenly speaks.
Young wizard, you have done much good in your time. The shining spirit of a true hero is evident in you. You have passed the test of spirit. Difficulties approach you, but do not despair. If you keep to clarity of mind, strength of body, and purity of spirit, you will ultimately triumph.
You passed the test? Most esteemed wizard, you are indeed pure of mind, body, and spirit. Forgive my lack of faith. I only thought of the safety of His Benevolent Majesty. Find my superior, the Jade Champion, within the Emperor's throne room. He will help deliver your message to His Imperial Majesty.
You passed the 3 tests? Noboru Akitame was bored, but wise to administer them to you. You are indeed welcome, and needed here.
The Jade Champion sighs with sadness as you deliver Ambrose's warning about Malastare.
You are too late! The Wizard Malastare already petitioned His Benevolent Majesty for the Spiral Key to Dragonspyre. When His Imperial Majesty refused, that foul wizard cruelly wounded him and fled through the gate to Dragonspyre. I could not stop him. Only His Imperial Majesty can grant you the Spiral Key, but his wound has made him gravely ill. I trust you to keep this a secret. We do not wish to frighten our people with fear for the Emperor's health. If you wish to use the Dragonspyre Spiral Key, you must restore His Benevolent Majesty's health. Please speak with Tan King, the High Monk. He can tell you how.
Thank you for seeking me out. Whether it is your need for the Dragonspyre Spiral Key or the Muda's invisible hand that brought you here, I am grateful for your help, Wizard. We have a large task ahead of us. In order to heal His Imperial Majesty, we must restore his mind, body, and spirit. All is not well. While His Imperial Majesty inwardly fights for purity of spirit, the people fight each other on land. Warlord Katsumori has taken His Benevolent Majesty's sword and plunged us into war. I've always believed in the tie between the Emperor and the land, but never witnessed it until now. If we cure His Imperial Majesty's spirit, we may well end the war. Will you help us? The spirit of a samurai resides in his sword, so we must recover His Imperial Majesty's sword from Warlord Katsumori. Samurai Shojiro Gama at Hametsu Village can tell you more.
Wizard, you arrive at a fateful time. Perhaps with your assistance, the tide of war will turn. We have dishonored His Imperial Majesty. If this village falls, all is lost. Our once peaceful warlord has scattered our forces, and
Gama grimaces as he clutches his side.
I have no strength. I am ashamed to ask. But can you rescue my missing men trapped in the outskirts of the village? Return when you have found them all.
An emissary of His Imperial Majesty. If you have cleared the way, I will make it back. Thank you, revered wizard.
I'm free. I will return to Samurai Gama. You have my thanks, humble that they are.
I never thought I would live to see a wizard. Thank you. I can't wait to return and fight.
You found the missing men. I thank you. Perhaps we may yet honor His Imperial Majesty and retrieve his sword. The evil warlord Katsumori stole our weapons, and now my men must combat the enemy with only their bare fists. Katsumori shamefully attacked while we were celebrating the Festival of Lights. If you can retrieve those weapons, we will bring shame upon him. Weapons were in crates, so look for those. With these weapons now back in the hands of my men, Warlord Katsumori will regret attacking us. Thank you, Wizard. I've learned that forces of the vile Warlord Katsumori are gathering to attack. They expect us to be weak. I don't want to reveal our strength just yet. What we need is a secret attack by a small group, or a wizard. Could you defeat several bandits and outlaws? That will buy us time to regroup. Say no more. I have seen your results. While the enemy's forces scatter, our men grow stronger. You do us great honor. I know this Warlord Katsumori well. He always wanted to stand against His Benevolent Majesty, and stole his sword when we least expected it. To defeat him, we must know his actions ahead of time by intercepting his orders. While my men fight for every inch, you are best equipped to slip behind enemy lines and take the orders from the courier. Bring them back here. You have the orders!
He reads the orders with an expression of great concern.
Very informative. Someone dishonors us. There is a spy within our ranks reporting to the enemy. These orders don't reveal the spy, but he reports to Dodaga, one of Warlord Katsumori's worst warlords. Warlord Katsumori has ordered him to attack our weak flank. If my men attack him, the Warlord will know we have intercepted these orders. Only you can defeat Dodaga to stop the attack, esteemed wizard.
Your skills are mediocre at best. Too bad you may see some real fighting only once before your defeat.
You have defeated Dodaga? Excellent! You have secured the village, fighting for it as if it were your own. It's only a matter of time before this spy reports our efforts to retrieve the sword. He must be stationed at the outpost up ahead, which has just been overrun. I can only trust you with this matter. Go speak with Sanasai. He's become the leader there, though I doubt his skills. Help him if you can, and find the spy.
Gamma sent you. He doesn't trust me, and perhaps he's right. We've been overrun since I took charge. Nevertheless, I'll take what help I can get. We have to take back this outpost, or the enemy will prevent you from getting His Imperial Majesty's sword. I must prove myself to Samurai Gamma.
Sanusai purses his lips as he ponders his next move.
I think we should scout out the enemy towers to learn what they have. If you visit all the towers and report back, I can focus on regrouping my men. A lot of supplies, you say? The enemy must have good supply lines. If we were to cut them, his forces would be weakened and wither. My men are fighting in the outskirts. I would be grateful if you would speak with Shai Feng nearby and determine how to cut the enemy's supply lines.
Sanasai was smart to send you. I know how to cut supply lines, but I don't have the military force to do so. I left my family to volunteer here, so the sooner we cut the supplies, the better. Excuse my boldness, revered wizard. They've hoarded their supplies throughout the area. If you can get past the guards, can you destroy their supplies? I'm glad you destroyed the supplies, wizard. I'll tell you why. Warlord Katsumori always threw a generous feast for the Festival of Lights. But this time, he destroyed his own celebration. Who knows what Warlord Katsumori planned for those supplies? While you were destroying the supplies, they sent out supply runners to get more. Defeat the supply runners, or this battle will never end. You can do this when you are ready, of course, but time is of the essence. I now see why you are so revered. Our job here is nearly done. We have stopped the supplies for now, but even if Warlord Katsumori has gone mad, he is no fool. His quartermaster will find a new way to send supplies. Finish the job, revered wizard. Defeat the quartermaster and cut supplies to this outpost for good.
From the looks of you, you must have caught my men by surprise. Not me!
You have defeated the quartermaster? Then you have broken the supply lines at last. No more supplies will make it to this outpost. You made sure of that. If you can fight, so can I. I've decided to stay longer to help defeat Warlord Katsumori. Tell Sanasai your job is done. I hope you will discover why Warlord Katsumori started this war.
Amazing. I don't know whether to thank you more for cutting the enemy's supply lines or for convincing Shai Feng to fight on. I am in your debt either way. I hope I am right in thinking that, with the supply lines cut, we must also cut their line of communication. But what about the spy Gamma mentioned? He expects much of me. We will need a large distraction. If you go to the scout towers and set fire to them, I can focus on finding this spy. I see the flames already. You have done well, wizard. It is hard to believe that this war began
when His Imperial Majesty refused Warlord Katsumori's festival gift. Now, we all must fight to save our land. I have discovered Gamma's spy. He's no spy at all, but the leader of this enemy outpost. He hides within the old dojo. One of the Ronin took the dojo's key when we were overrun. My men need to prepare for battle. I have a plan, but first, I must ask you to combat Ronin until you find the one with the key to the old dojo. You have the key. This plan may well work. Perhaps I'm not as bad a leader as Gamma believes. Wizard, make your way to the old dojo and defeat Maito. My men will distract the bulk of his forces while you attack.
In what world do you think you can take me on? Not this one, wizard.
Sanasai smiles broadly at you.
A great victory was won today, thanks to you. Your help gave me the courage to retake this outpost. You will be able to face Warlord Katsumori soon. My brother Gamma must accept this victory. You did not know. It does not surprise me Gamma never claimed me as his brother. Perhaps he will now. We will take care of the rest of the forces here. Return to Hametsu Village and tell Shojiro Gamma the news.
Anasai guided you to victory. You have shown me that I should have greater faith in my little brother. Thank you for opening my eyes. Your work with my younger brother has pushed the enemy back. Now is your chance to fulfill your destiny and return the sword. Speak with Hoi Mang at the front in the Crimson Fields. He leads our troops against Warlord Katsumori and will know the best way to seize the sword.
Samurai Sojiro Gamma sent you. I welcome your help. You must defeat the War Oni and recover the Emperor's sword. We have been waiting for you. If you would honor the general with your presence, please take this to him in the fort.
Ah, so you've come for His Imperial Majesty's sword. I assure you, you won't leave here without it. Warlord Katsumori is preparing a counterattack. If we don't prepare our defenses, he could reclaim the village and outpost you worked so hard to free. We must rebuild our barricades. While my men hold the line, gather wood from the piles near here. We will put it to good use. You have more than fulfilled your duty. Your willingness to help honors me, wizard. Rebuild the barricades along the edge of the fort with this wood. As you strengthen our defenses, you strengthen our chances against Warlord Katsumori. Your work, though it was humble, has immense value. I don't know why Warlord Katsumori has attacked, nor do I care. All I know is never to underestimate Warlord Katsumori. By His Imperial Majesty's throne, Warlord Katsumori knew we would rebuild the barricades here, so he attacked our scout towers. I am a fool. He himself taught me to strengthen defenses before every battle. He counted on me to follow my training. Fortunately, we turned back his attack, but not before his forces had chased my scouts into the forest. Find the scouts so we can keep watch on Warlord Katsumori's movements.
It is safe to return? Thank you, revered wizard. I will return to my post.
Orders from Rikugon. Thank you, esteemed wizard. I will return to my post.
The scouts have begun reporting to me. Thank you. I am ashamed that I played into Warlord Katsumori's hands. Without you, much more would have been lost. My first duty is to His Imperial Majesty, but my second duty is to the land. The spirits of the earth have called for help, and we must answer. My men are getting into battle position. Could you speak with Bricktop, the Colossus nearby? If you can help, it would honor both the Emperor and the land.
You have come in our hour of need. The trolls have taken our sacred stone. Losing it weakens us. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Win the stone from the troll called Grom Foultooth, and we can fight. You have the sacred stone. Use the stone on the two cairns outside the fort for victory over your enemy. I will defend this path, wizard. None shall pass. Thank you, living creature. We will fight against your enemy. Tell Rikugun.
I see that the Earth itself has joined our fight. We would not have found such strong allies without you. Thank you, Wizard. My scouts have reported that Warlord Katsumori is moving his troops back. But he taught me too well. He is trying to trick us and intends to attack at once. You can turn the tide of battle. Defeat those forces attacking at the front and we can claim victory today. For His Imperial Majesty! You've done it. Warlord Katsumori's forces are on the run. You have earned our unending respect today. My men have found a secret entrance into Warlord Katsumori's fortress. Now you can seize His Imperial Majesty's sword. Did you think I had forgotten? Once my sword was stolen, and I was lost. But a collector from Wizard City returned it to me. The sword is truly the spirit of the samurai. Enter Warlord Katsumori's fortress and win the sword. You will find a worthy foe in Warlord Katsumori. Or His most benevolent majesty.
You have shown skill to reach me, but this is where your luck runs out. You have defeated me as Katsumori. Now face me as the War Oni.
I will take you down with force you've never seen before.
You have found the Emperor's sword.
You have returned. What news from the front lines? You have the sword. Because of you, my family and I have honored His Imperial Majesty. Perhaps you have also restored the honor of Warlord Katsumori. I must make one last request. Take the sword to the High Monk and King within the Jade Palace. It was your battle. You deserve the honor, Wizard.
His Imperial Majesty's sword. I should have trusted that you were the one fated to bring it back. But I was not certain until now.
Tan King, the High Monk of Mooshu, listens gravely to your battlefield report.
What? You fought and defeated an Oni demon? With His Imperial Majesty in a weakened state, the Oni may well have possessed others beside Warlord Katsumori. This is most troubling. We can take nothing for granted. I felt assured that the healing waters of Mooshu could cure His benevolent Majesty's mind. But now I worry. Our brothers currently care for these waters. Please visit Sun Hing at Shoshan Village and make sure the water runs pure.
What a disaster. Our treasured water is no longer pure. It's a complete nightmare. I don't know what to do. The water was always pure before. My superior will be furious. Woe is me. Perhaps he'd know what to do. Yes, good idea. You can find Din Ho at the Cave of Solitude.
Patience, young wizard. There are solutions to all things. We shall make the water pure again. The path set before us is a difficult one, but we must still follow it. The health of the Emperor and of all living things on Mooshu depends on our actions. The Plague Oni, a powerful demon, has sickened our water and broken the Jade Scepter that purifies our shrines. We can weaken the Plague Oni by repairing the Jade Scepter. This demon is an ancient enemy. I know its ways. I have discovered the location of a piece of the Jade Scepter. It was taken by mutineers who hide in the forest. Please, retrieve this piece for us. The Muda truly blessed us when you arrived in Mooshu. Thanks to your actions, we now have the handle of the Jade Scepter. I consulted the ancient texts once more. They mention Koto at the end of the path. It is likely the Plague Oni gave Koto a piece of the Jade Scepter for safekeeping. As a faithful subject of the Plague Oni, he won't part with his piece easily. Therefore, you must defeat him to get the second piece of the Jade Scepter.
You won't like what I'm going to do to you.
You collect the shaft of the Jade Scepter.
You have done well. This is the shaft of the Jade Scepter. Only one piece remains missing. As for the last piece, I am uncertain of its location. The texts are unclear to me, but I do know that subjects of the Plague Oni live in the huts around this area. Perhaps they have the last piece. Kindly go and search the huts for the remaining piece of the Jade Scepter. You were attacked. My sincerest apologies, Wizard. I led you into danger through my error. It is times like these when I realize that my faith is being put to the test. I hesitate to send you into danger again, so let me know if you would like to proceed. There is a pagoda of significance to the Plague Oni near Benoit. We may be able to find information about the whereabouts of the last piece there. If you are willing, go there and tell me what you can find concerning the missing piece of the Jade Scepter. I am relieved that you have returned safely and with good news. I was worried that I had sent you into harm's way needlessly. I should not have doubted the great Muda. Kanago is a formidable opponent, but we can surprise him in his pagoda. He will not be expecting you to find him. Go there and get the remaining piece of the Jade Scepter from him.
Ha! We are prepared. My little piggies warned me that you are coming, Wizard. You will never have the Jade Scepter while I still stand.
You have found the headpiece.
This headpiece you retrieved is the most important part of the Jade Scepter. I hope we can repair all of it soon. In ancient times, the Jade Scepter was blessed by the forest spirits. Ancient spirits, they hold sway over the earth, water, and air spirits. We will need the help of these venerable forest spirits. To do so, we must first catch their attention with offerings of Jade Lotus, Tiger Lily, and Pearl Orchid. Please, gather these flowers and bring them back to me. Wonderful. What a fragrant display. The forest spirits will be pleased. Now gather up the flowers, along with the 3 pieces of the Jade Scepter, and place them all into the brazier at the center of the cave. Hopefully the forest spirits will hear your prayers. I'll be praying for you too, young wizard. May you go there and return with the Jade Scepter intact.
You receive the Jade Scepter.
Merciful Muda! I thought perhaps the Jade Scepter would be lost from us forever, but here it is. I see that I must learn to quiet my doubts. With the Jade Scepter, we can now begin to restore our shrines. Please carry the Jade Scepter back to Sun Hing and tell him about all you've done here.
You have the Jade Scepter. Thank the Muda. Now, take the Jade Scepter and talk to Tulakuo at the Kishibe Village. He's the caretaker of our holy shrines. If we want to weaken the Plague Oni, we need to restore the shrines to their former glory. Tulakuo is the one to contact about such a thing.
Thank you, Wizard. We'll need the Jade Scepter to restore our holy shrines. You must seek out the Shrine Guardians of mind, body, and spirit. Only the Jade Scepter can restore the shrines to their former spiritual state. Start with Kin Pao, the Shrine Guardian of the Body Shrine. While the Plague Oni has devastated much, it cannot take away our faith.
The shrine? Yes, it must be purified. Why do you ask? Please help me. In my feverish state, I cannot channel the energies of the body to purify the shrine. It's the mushrooms. They cause disease. Deal with the mushrooms before they spread the disease to everyone. Quickly, before you get infected too. Thank you. I can already feel the noxious effects going away. Although I haven't fully recovered, I feel we must act. The sooner the shrine is purified, the sooner the Plague Oni will be driven out. Use the Jade Scepter on the shrine of the body, while I use my strength to channel energy into the shrine. The shrine has been cleansed of evil spirits. This is a good day for the Muda. The shrine is once again full of energy. Please let Tulakwo know we have succeeded. I will stay here and recover my strength.
Your work makes the great Muda smile. But let us not rejoice just yet. The first shrine is only the beginning. Now, continue our journey by bringing the Jade Scepter to Wu Ping, the guardian of the Shrine of the Mind.
Another wizard to conquer. How I wish someone would send me a real challenge.
Wu Ping has been taken? Never fear. The great Muda will prevail. Warlord Katamori's men must have taken Wu Ping. They seek to undermine our will. But as fate would have it, we have a wizard helping us. You will help, won't you? If Katsumori is involved, then it is likely that Wu Ping is being held by Katsumori's henchman, Aiuchi, and his men.
Wizard, you will know the meaning of the word pain after we battle.
Merciful Muda, if you hadn't come, I don't know how long they would have kept me. Give me a moment, then seek me out at the Shrine of the Mind. Wizard, come in. Welcome. I feel my mind clearing. Yes. I can still channel the energy into the shrine. Quick, use the Jade Scepter on the shrine so that we can restore the shrine to purity. I can feel the water spirits, and I can channel them. My beloved shrine is safe, and I am once again surrounded by its purity. Let Tulakwo know that we have succeeded. The shrine has been restored to its former beauty.
Wizard, you are indeed a godsend. The great Muda must be looking after you. The venerable Cheng Su is the guardian of the remaining shrine. Bring him the Jade Scepter, and together you will purify the spirit shrine.
The monk, Chang Su, appears to have left the shrine.
It doesn't surprise me that Cheng Su is not at his shrine. He always retained a warrior spirit within him, despite his years of training as a monk. Perhaps he left to join the fight. We will need a new guardian for the spirit shrine. I know of a warrior named Seshu Nedekai. His spirit is strong enough to tame the temperamental spirits, yet humble and kind enough to aid the needy. You have been to battle. Perhaps you can convince him that serving as a shrine guardian is the best way to serve His Most Benevolent Majesty, the Emperor.
Have you come to join the battle? I could use reinforcements. I can't be a monk. I'm a samurai fighting for the glory of His Imperial Majesty. Did you see how many enemies are out there? Then you know what I'm up against. Help me by defeating some defoulers. You're not bad in a fight. His Imperial Majesty could use someone like you within the Imperial Court. Tell Tulakwo I'm honored by his request, but I'm a warrior at heart. He'll have to find someone else to be the Shrine Guardian.
Seshu Nedekai's mind has not yet opened up to possibility. Perhaps we can show him there are other equally honorable ways to serve His Imperial Majesty. This year's harvest was stolen by infected villagers. Please, get this food back and take it to Seshu as a gift.
It is hard to come by in these hard times. Thank you, Wizard.
Seshu pauses, sighing resignedly, and shakes his head.
I can't accept this food. Everybody else would go hungry. The food should be given to the villagers. I wouldn't want the villagers to miss out on this food. Bring the food back to Tula Quo and tell him to distribute it like always.
So, Seshu wants to give the food to the villagers. He is kind and considerate. Traits of a good monk. However, I sense he will require more persuasion before he agrees to be a shrine guardian. Go back and tell Seshu that a man in the village desires to defend his family, but has no money for a sword. Ask Seshu if he can obtain a sword for this man.
No sword? This right and honorable man should have a sword to defend his family. We'll fix that. I'll look for a sword here, but I know someone who's bound to have a good sword. That rogue, Kyoto, stole weapons from the blacksmith. Defeat Kyoto, and we're certain to find a good sword for this honorable villager.
His spirits will help me vanquish you from this land.
You find no weapons here.
No weapons? A shame, as I could only find this rusty sword around here. A man defending his family shouldn't have to use a rusty sword. Listen, here's what we'll do. I'm a trained fighter, so I can make do with the rusty one. Take my good sword and give it to the good villager.
Seshu Nedekai seems thoughtful and generous. I think he's more than proven himself to be the perfect shrine guardian. See if you can convince him now.
Those were tests? I guess I never thought of myself as a monk before. But if, as you say, this task is truly important to His Imperial Majesty, then I'm ready to do it. All right, let's get to it. You say you have the Jade Scepter? Okay. I just hope everything goes as planned. I'll meet you at the Shrine of the Spirit. Use the Jade Scepter on the shrine and I'll try channeling the spirits. Here goes! Wow, what a rush! I could feel those spirits swirling all around. Tula Quo was very wise to think of me as a shrine guardian. Please give him my thanks and tell him the shrine is pure again.
Indeed, this is wonderful news. Go and tell Sun Hing of Shosun Village of your work here, how you help to purify our shrines, and weaken the plague Oni. In the years to come, our ballad makers will sing of you, the wizard of Wizard City, and tell of your adventures in Mooshu. Until then, please accept this humble monk's appreciation.
Finally, you restored the holy shrines. I was getting worried here. So the shrines have been restored, which means the Oni has been weakened. I'd say it's time to take down the plague Oni for good. Jinho, my superior, is at the Shirataki Temple. He'll tell you what to do.
You'll find the plague Oni in the palace beyond this gate. You must hurry. It is weakened now. I can hear it wailing in distress. If you succeed, find Sun Hing. May the Muda look after you. We will now purify the water. The temple ahead of you is where you must go. But first we must dispatch Haru. He holds the gate key. Defeat Haru and open the temple gate.
So you need a key to get through the gate? You'll never take mine.
We'll collect the key from Haru.
Now to summon Wavebringer. This water spirit guards the entrance to the river temple. Use the Jade Scepter on the 4 shrines to summon Wavebringer.
You will sleep soundly when I am done with you.
Breaking your spirit will give me more pleasure than breaking your wand.
Defeated, Hideyoshi crumples to the ground and fades. A demon emerges from his still form. It is the plague Oni.
Wizard, We are most grateful to you for defeating the Plague Oni. Merciful Muda, I never thought that water would be pure again. I feel like I need a serious vacation. Who knew the life of a monk could be so stressful? Please bring this vial of pure water to the High Monk Tan King within the Jade Palace. As for me, I shall ponder my life's direction.
Ah, a vial of pure water. It was a mistake to assume the waters would remain pure while His Imperial Majesty is ill. Thank you, Wizard. We have what we need to cure His Imperial Majesty's mind and spirit. But to heal his body, we will require fruit from the mystical tree of life. Just like the Oni-possessed warlord Katsumori and polluted the waters of Mooshu, the Death Oni has twisted the tree of life. Even with all my wisdom, I can't prepare you for what you will face. I urge you to speak with Samurai Hideo Kebo, a regarded elder at Yoshihito Temple. He will be able to guide you to the tree of life. May the Muda watch over you.
Greetings, Wizard. You honor me with your presence. Your assistance is greatly appreciated. This temple is all that stands against Oni no Death's evil grip. I have faced the Death Oni many times, but have never defeated it. This time, the Death Oni has fortified itself by the Tree of Life. With a powerful evil spirit, we could cross the cursed river that separates us from him. No evil spirit will go quietly, so we need the legendary spirit cage to control it. I wish there were another way. Believe me. I must work to free spirits from the control of the Death Oni. But you can go to the ancient burial grounds and retrieve a cage.
Greetings, young wizard. Magic shines from within you. You burn like the brightest beacon to these ghostly eyes. You are on a mission, are you not? From my descendant, Hideo Kebo, you seek the spirit cage. Do not wonder how I know. It is puzzling enough what brings me here after my death. The Death Oni has taken control of many in this graveyard. But if you've come to defeat him, I will help. In my time, 3 brothers possessed the spirit cage. Read the inscription on the grave of the eldest, and you may discover where to find the cage.
You write down the first part of the mantra.
The inscription is incomplete. Ah, clever even in death those brothers are. It is but the first part of a clue. The second brother often went to the training dojo to meditate. Search the training dojo and you will no doubt find another clue to the spirit cage. You were attacked. You're certainly scaring someone. We must be on the right track. The first 2 inscriptions make sense together. The portal to the spirit world, no one living can enter. A strong spirit must have stolen the spirit cage and taken it where it had no power. But how is it the brothers never told me about the loss? There must be more. A 3rd inscription. A puzzle indeed. But perhaps the youngest brother often battled monsters at the back of this graveyard. Now, Tamauchi lurks there. Defeat him and find the last inscription. I, eager to solve this puzzle.
The harmony in your heart is about to be disturbed, wizard.
Torch of Spirits. Of course, I understand now. You have done your job well, young wizard. I am shamed to admit that it took so long for me to do my part. You have completed the brother's inscription, which is actually a guide for the living to find the spirit cage. You will first need the spirit torch to light the way. That is, you will need it to light the summoning candles that open the portal to the spirit world. In my time, a fire elemental protected the spirit torch from the unworthy. I suspect that nothing has changed. Ah, you've come back alive. I worried I would only see you again as a spirit. Remember the second inscription? When it comes to the spirit world, no one living can enter first. But it says nothing about entering second. I would go first, but I can't seem to leave this spot. I think I have the solution. If you collect dust from a crypt in the burial grounds, you can use it to lead the way into the spirit world. Brilliant, don't you think? You look quite dirty. I meant for you to bring the dust in a pouch, but you wear it well. You have everything you need to open the portal to the spirit world and find the spirit cage. Remember that the cage must be guarded by a powerful spirit. Unfortunately, you won't be able to use the cage to trap it in the spirit world. So, you must defeat the spirit once and for all. Ready? Use the 3 portal summoning candles in the burial mound to open the portal. Once you step through, you can defeat the spirit and bring back the spirit cage. Good luck.
They don't call me evil for nothing. I will show no mercy.
A spirit cage drops to the ground.
You have the spirit cage. You have done well for someone living. I hope the spirit cage helps you defeat Oni no Death. I would fight that battle if I could. Life is wasted on the living. Thank you for letting me help you on your journey. My descendant is anxiously awaiting you. Return to Hideo Kebo at the temple and tell him the good news.
You found the spirit cage.
Hideo's mouth drops open as you tell him about his ancestor.
This temple must be fighting against the control of Oni no Death. I am honored that my ancestor could help you. The power of this temple alone holds back the power of Oni no Death. So here I should remain. You must be the one to capture the evil spirit. No easy task. Take the spirit cage into the village of sorrow ahead. With your strength of will, you should be able to capture a powerful evil spirit.
Who's there? Have you been here before? Do I know you? Oh, great wizard, I had to leave my family because an evil spirit haunts us.
Ken Shui's lower lip trembles and he speaks in a whisper.
Please, revered one, could you do away with these undead? They will surely send the evil spirit after us. You have done as I asked? Thank you, esteemed wizard. I feel much safer. I hoped that our leader would save us from the evil spirit, but I can't find him. He is wise and always knows what to do. I thought to look for him in the town dojo, but I saw the undead lock the dojo with a spectral key. Can you get the key back from one of them? You brought the key. Thank you, great one.
Ken Shui reaches out for the key, but his hand passes through it. He looks surprised and confused.
I'm a spirit? Forgive me, great one. I did not realize I was not among the living. Even so, this great evil harms all good spirits here. Please find our leader in the town dojo. Even when he was among the living, he knew much about spiritual matters. He can help you stop this evil.
Ting Yin's body ripples like water until it shimmers and vanishes. A monstrous shape emerges from it. It is the demon Usanaki.
You poor, pitiful wizard. I am glad you showed up here. I will do you a favor. I shall put you out of your misery.
At last I am free. I thank you, revered wizard. I have been trapped here since the evil spirit pulled me from my family. I sense you carry a spirit cage. If you seek to capture the evil spirit, you will need a soul chain to bind it. One of the other good spirits can help you forge one.
Ting Ying spoke of a soul chain? Yes, I am amazed at what I understand now. I see how spectral chains would work. For all the spirits here, who could help you forge a chain? Why, the blacksmith. Speak with Ji Hong Bi nearby. When she was alive, she could forge anything.
Hello, hello. Welcome to Jihongbi's metal shop. I haven't had customers in... well, it's been a while. I'll be frank with you. I'm a ghost. I'm not sure what I can help you with, but whatever it is, it's free. You want a soul chain. Never had anyone ask me for one, but lots of things change when you become a spirit. I can't make the chain myself, of course, but I can tell you how to do it. First, you'll need to defeat some walking dead to collect some dark souls. Then come back here. Yes, you did a great job getting those dark souls. Now put them in the brazier there and forge your chain. You are doing well, young wizard. There's your chain, all done. Okay, maybe I helped with the spiritual bits, but you did the real work. Thanks for stopping by Jihongbi's metal shop. Go on and show Ken Shui what you did. Maybe he'll start to relax a bit.
You have the chain. I was holding my breath till you came back. That is, I would have if I had breath to hold. Oh, brave wizard, you have everything you need to capture that evil spirit? You'll find the evil spirit's vile self beyond the outskirts of town. We village spirits are behind you.
If you want to be humiliated in battle, by all means, fight me. No! Curse you, young wizard! I shall have my revenge one day.
Ahaha! I can speak loudly again. I don't feel the evil spirit anymore, unless you bring that spirit cage too close to me. You'll now control a powerful spirit and have freed the good spirits of this village. Now we can watch over our families and troubled souls as you have done. Please carry that vile spirit away where it can do no more harm. Like the temple. Yes, take the cage to the guardian there.
Ah, I sense you have captured a strong spirit. With its power, you can now cross the Cursed River. The Cursed River prevents anything good from crossing it. No matter how distasteful, we can more easily defeat Oni no Death with an evil spirit. The time has come. Once we cross the river, we will meet Oni no Death himself. Our task is simple, but long in coming. We must defeat Oni no Death and bring back the Fruit of Life. Meet me at the edge of the broken bridge. I'm ready when you are, wizard.
No, you mustn't cross the waters. I will not help. I can't stop. No! I cannot refuse. I will help you across.
Curses! Another barrier. Oni no Death has ruined the Tree of Life. We must enter the spirit world and challenge him there. I wish I could walk in your shoes, but your actions show that fate has chosen you alone to defeat Oni no Death. You must use the summoning candles to open a portal to the spirit world. Go now. I will see that no evil follows you.
The great Muda spoke of you, and of your wish to heal the Emperor by using the Fruit of Life. Oni no Death has hidden in the spirit world and taken the portal summoning candles with him. To restore the Tree of Life, you must go after him. Many have asked much of you. I ask only for your faith. You must venture forth and find the bandit Nobunaga. He holds the dagger of shadows. You must take it from him. Your destiny awaits, revered wizard. Search the garden and return with the dagger of shadows.
It must be humbling to stand in my presence. Now remove yourself, or I will remove you.
Nobunaga drops the dagger of shadows.
You have reclaimed the dagger. Thank you for your faith. Now plunge the dagger of shadows into the Tree of Life. Have no fear. This will do no harm to the tree. The dagger of shadows can open a portal into the spirit world and take you to Oni no Death. Be careful, as Oni no Death is more powerful there than in this world. He will lie to strike despair into your heart. Do not listen. You have the strength to restore the Tree of Life. Go now. Use the Dagger of Shadows to open the portal to the spirit world.
I see through all. You are but a giant full of fear. Here in the spirit world, your paltry magic has no power.
Kajimusha falls back in defeat. From his body emerges a terrible creature. It is the Death Oni.
Too late. The Tree of Life is already doomed. You cannot stop the tide of darkness. Surrender and know the cold hand of despair.
You have saved the Tree of Life, as was foretold. I sense fate has given you a great destiny, which you have yet to fulfill. It is bigger than you can imagine. Take the tree's fruit and return it to the Emperor of this world. May the light always shine upon your path, young wizard.
You have returned with the fruit of life. I admit, I thought my actions would cure his enlightened majesty from the curse placed upon him by Malastair. But a mere student from Wizard City has proven that even the High Monk can't do everything. It's never too late to learn humility or the power of faith. I'll stay here to prevent another Oni from attacking this place. Please hurry to His Imperial Majesty's side and heal him. Place his sword beside him, pour the pure water on his wounds, and feed him the fruit from the Tree of Life. I have the utmost faith that you will succeed where I failed.
Fool! Do you think I would give up this shell so easily? I am not like the other Oni. You have woken me only to make me stronger. This land is mine.
With the Jade Oni gone, the Emperor returns to his former self. He honors you with a deep bow.
Wizard, I am in your debt. What you did to reach me, I can only imagine, but I thank you. You have saved me and Mooshu. You must take the Dragonspyre spiral key. It is no longer safe here. But wait, what about Malastair? He took the spiral key to Dragonspyre.
I have the Dragonspyre spiral key, Your Imperial Majesty. I caught up to Malastair as he opened the gate. I couldn't stop him, but he had to leave the key behind. Forgive me, Wizard. I failed in my duty to protect His Enlightened Majesty, so I clung to my duty to keep the spiral key safe. You understand? But now, as His Imperial Majesty commands, take the spiral key with our best wishes. You have earned it.
Be careful, esteemed wizard. Malastair is no ordinary enemy. I hope that your experiences on Mooshu will help you in the battle to come. Though Mooshu's problems are petty next to the threat Malastair presents to the spiral, what use is saving the world if those in need go without help? You were right to aid us in our time of trouble. Please let my old friend Merle Ambrose in Wizard City know that the spiral key is in your hands. You will need his advice to prepare for such a strong opponent. My thanks to you again, and farewell. Although I always had to refuse his invitation to teach at Ravenwood, I am grateful Ambrose has such a talented student.
Headmaster Ambrose shakes his head sadly as you relate what has happened on Mooshu.
Emperor Yoshihito did what he could. It's too bad he couldn't stop Malastair, but at least we have the spiral key now. Go seek Professor Drake at the Myth School. He had an odd relationship with Malastair. He may be willing to part with some advice on how to stop him.
Oh, you really think you can outwit Malastair?
Professor Drake peers down at you, then seems to make a decision.
Well then, Meet me in my tower and we'll discuss strategy. I need to know if you've any hope of surviving against my brother Malistaire. The only way I can be sure is to challenge you myself. Stand your ground. You're better than I thought. Maybe you have a fighting chance. Do not get overconfident, though. Malistaire is extremely dangerous, far more than I was. You will need my help to defeat him. Meet me in Dragonspyre.